from UP, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, thank you so much for speaking to us. First, just to understand, you currently remain in the custody of the UP police?
Well, yesterday when they took me into custody, they told me that they were taking me into custody under Section 151, which is cognizance of the fact that I was going to commit a crime in the future. So that's all I've been told verbally, and since then I've been in their custody. Yes.
So right now, as you speak to us, where are you?
I frankly am not. I don't really know where I am, but I think I'm in the PAC at Sitapur.
Okay, this is the provincial armed
I'm in some sort of rest house in the PAC in Sitapur.
I see. So, to your understanding, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, are you under arrest? Is that what they've told you?
They've told me that yesterday I told them that they cannot just push and shove me and beat people who are with me and forcibly put me into a car and take me somewhere. I told them that amounts to kidnapping. So they have to show me why, under what law, what order are they arresting me? Because there were just 5 of us, or 4 of us, so we weren't even breaking the Section 144. So at that point they said, we are placing you under arrest under Section 151. But so far they've not showed me any paperwork for it. It's just verbal.
Okay. Priyanka, take us back to the build up to this, because we've all been seeing those very dramatic visuals when you were setting off, going towards Lakhimpur Kheri, and then you got into quite a strong altercation with the UP police.
Well, to begin with, I was leaving the house in Lucknow to go to the PCC office in Lucknow to have a press conference. I mean, we thought I'll go and talk to the press there. When I left the house, they didn't allow the car out of the house. So there was a bunch of policemen and women standing around the car, basically not allowing it to move. So again, I got out of the car and said, what is this? So the officers didn't come in front. They just had these young women, police women in front, and they did not, again, tell me anything. They did not tell me I'm under house arrest, that I'm not allowed to move, but they were forcing us to reverse the car and go back. At which point I decided that to walk for a bit, and then got into somebody's car and decided that I'll go to Lakhimpur because I realized that they're not going to let me go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And at that point, what happened? Because we can hear you saying that...
no, what you're seeing is much, much later. What you're seeing is at around 4 in the morning. Right. I actually left at around 11:30 and then drove off in somebody's car with a couple of my colleagues. They followed us, tried to stop us at several toll points, etc., and we got through all of them. At some point, they lost us, so they were no longer following us. So we drove off and through the village road towards Lakhimpur, and then at the entry point between Sitapur and Lakhimpur, there was a lot of them with jeeps and all, and that's the point at about 4 or 5 in the morning, which you are seeing on that video, which is that they then surrounded the car and said, you can't move. So I said, well, you can't stop me because you have to tell me why. You have to give me a legal basis, which they obviously didn't have. Then they started shoving us and pushing us, and about 8 or 10 women surrounded me in a ring, and another bunch of 10 or 20 policemen with some of their officers surrounded them, and they started pushing and shoving Dipinder. I think you would have seen that. They tried to beat my colleagues and they picked up one of my colleagues and tried to shove him into a jeep forcibly. I went there and stopped them, and then I argued with them, which is, I think, a part of which is what you see on that video.
And were you yourself personally manhandled in any way?
Well, I was surrounded by, as I said, a bunch of policewomen in a ring who were pushing and shoving me and not allowing me to move. So they were standing very close to me, pushing me, not allowing me to move. And thereafter, when I tried to move, yes, between all of them, they did manhandle me, and so did the men standing around, which is why you see me shouting at them.
Right. Now, what do you make of all this Priyanka, because I
want to ask you what you make of it, because an incident has occurred. A minister's son has run over farmers. Farmers are dead. We've seen the horrendous visual. That man has not been arrested. His father has not resigned. And you are arresting every political leader that is attempting to reach there just to show solidarity with the people who are suffering. So, if this is the state of our nation, firstly, not just a political leader, but anybody is allowed to show solidarity, is allowed to speak on behalf of an issue that he wants to speak about, and cannot be prevented from moving around. I mean, this is not the first time this has happened to me. Every time, even during the NRC and CA agitation, when I attempted simply to go to a residential colony in Lucknow and meet the old wife and mother of Mr. Darapuri, exactly the same behavior ensued. What does that mean? How was I going to cause a riot or going to cause a problem in that place? I was simply going to somebody's house. This is just a complete collapse of democratic process, legal process in this state. We have charge-sheeted criminals who are ministers who are not resigning. We have a man who has killed others or who is not arrested. But we have every single political leader who is simply going to show some sympathy arrested. That should show you the state of Uttar Pradesh at this moment.
Right. I actually wanted to ask you about that because the argument from the Prashasan or the administration always is that if political leaders go there, it will add to the tension in that area.
Well, they should give me at least one instance where I've added to the tension in an area since I've been working here for the last 2 years. I mean, you cannot just assume.
Right.
And you cannot be selective.
And the other question, of course, which comes up is the fact that, this is being done by the opposition to do politicking at a time when there's been this terrible incident. Opposition is going there to politic, to sort of gain political traction.
Firstly, I don't understand this term because we are all in politics. Right? Our job is to raise the voice of those who are suffering, those who are in pain, and to highlight what the government is doing wrong if we are in the opposition. So every time we raise our voice, every time we raise an issue, every time we stand for someone who is in pain, every time whether it is the family of the young girl in Hathras, whom they treated horrendously and heinous crimes were committed against her, or these crimes here, or the ones in Sonbhadra, where people were just indiscriminately shot by the police and the land mafia there. Every time we raise an issue, we are playing politics.
Right.
Every time they say something, they are nationalists. I want to know which nationalist destroys the farmer of his nation. I want to know which nationalist makes laws that completely destroy the farming community of a nation which is hugely dependent on agriculture. Right.
I want to ask you about where you are. You said you are likely at the PSC civil lines. We also saw a video where you are seen to be sweeping the floor. Can you tell us a little bit?
Yeah, that was my room. I like to keep my room clean.
Okay. So you were just cleaning the room where you've been kept?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have access to lawyers and have you been produced before any magistrate?
No, I have not been produced. I have not been served. I have not been charged. And if they do not charge me in 24 hours, they cannot detain me here any longer. Because that's the maximum I read under Section 151. I have not met any lawyer, nor has anybody told me that I am entitled to one.
Okay.
I've just been here in the room since they have brought me here.
And Priyanka, so if I may just ask you one or two questions in Hindi as well, because as you can imagine, this is got a huge resonance in UP where this is unfolding. कि जो आप कह रही थी कि आपको जिस तरह से डिटेन या गिरफ्तार किया गया, उसके बारे में थोड़ा बताइए कि किस तरीके से हुआ और क्या जो प्रशासन कहती है कि आप लोग अगर वहां जाएंगे तो वहां राजनीतिक तनाव बनेगा, उसके बारे में आप क्या कहेंगे?
देखिए, राजनीतिक तनाव हमारे जाने से नहीं बनेगा। तनाव वहां इसलिए बना होगा क्योंकि किसी ने अपनी गाड़ी से किसानों को कुचला है, किसी ने मारा है लोगों को, उनकी हत्या की गई है। तो हमारे जाने से तनाव नहीं होगा। हम संवेदना प्रकट करने जा रहे हैं, हम उनके साथ सॉलिडारिटी प्रकट करने जा रहे हैं, इससे तनाव नहीं हो सकता।
और जिस तरह से आप उस वक्त जा रही थी, जो वीडियो वायरल हो रहे हैं कि आप और पुलिस के साथ एक तरह से मतभेद हो गया, उसके बारे में बताइए कि क्या मतलब पुलिस के आपको जाने से, वहां रोकने से मना, मतलब कोशिश कर रही थी कि आप ना जाएं?
देखिए, कल से यही प्रयास है कि मैं घर से बाहर ही नहीं निकलूं। अब इसका क्या मतलब है? कोई धारा होनी चाहिए, कोई लीगल ऑर्डर होना चाहिए, कुछ नहीं दिखा है मुझे। और जो आप वीडियो देख रहे हैं वो 4:30-5 बजे का वीडियो है, जहां हम सबके साथ मतलब हमें धक्का दिया गया, मेरे जो कॉलीग हैं उनको मारा गया, धक्का दिया गया, जबरदस्ती उनको उठाकर, फिजिकली उठाकर जीप के अंदर ठोसने की कोशिश की, मुझे जीप के अंदर ठोसने की कोशिश की और मुझे कहीं ले जाना चाह रहे थे। तो वो तो अपहरण है ना, चाहे पुलिस करे चाहे कोई और करे। अगर आप मुझे एक ऑर्डर नहीं देंगे, आप मुझे ये नहीं कहेंगे कि किस धारा के अंडर मैं अरेस्ट हो रही हूँ, कि मुझे कस्टडी में क्यों लिया जा रहा है। अगर इनिशियली उन्होंने कहा सेक्शन 144, हम 4 लोग थे, तो सेक्शन 144 का उल्लंघन तो हमने किया नहीं।
और
जब मैंने ऐसा कहा तो फिर उन्होंने कहा ठीक है, फिर आपको 151 के तहत हम अरेस्ट कर रहे हैं।
जी। और प्रियंका, जो एक तरह से जो केंद्र मंत्री हैं, जिनके कहा गया कि उन्हीं के कॉन्वॉय की वजह से ये फार्मर्स मारे गए हैं, वो कह रहे हैं कि मेरा बेटा वहां था नहीं और ये फार्मर्स के कुछ
वीडियोज हैं, इसके वीडियोज
घुस गए हैं जिन्होंने हमारे कॉन्वॉय पे अटैक किया, गाड़ी को फूंक दिया।
ये बिल्कुल मिसरिप्रेजेंटेशन है फैक्ट्स का। आपको वीडियोस देखने चाहिए उस जगह की, और आपको वहां जाके लोगों से बात करके अगर आप जानकारी लेंगे तो आपको पता चलेगा कि ये बिल्कुल गलत है जो कहा जा रहा है। मैं जानना चाहती हूँ, अगर आप अखिलेश यादव जी को, मुझको, चंद्रशेखर आजाद को और तमाम ऑपोजिशन के जो भूपेश बघेल जी जो आ रहे थे, चन्नी जी जो आ रहे थे, अगर हम सबको आप रोक सकते हो और हम में से कई लोगों को आप हाउस अरेस्ट कर सकते हो या कस्टडी में ले सकते हो, तो आप उस आदमी को और उन अपराधियों को कस्टडी में क्यों नहीं ले रहे हो, उनको अरेस्ट क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो जिन्होंने ये किया है? तो इसका मतलब है आपको राजनीति आपके लिए महत्वपूर्ण है, लेकिन एक किसान की जान महत्वपूर्ण नहीं है।
जी। और प्रियंका, क्या हम ये मान के चलें कि
सींचा है, जिस किसान ने देश की धरती को सींचा है, जिस किसान ने देश को बनाया है, जिसका बेटा जवान बनकर आपकी सीमा पे खड़ा रहता है, उसकी आपको परवाह नहीं है। आपने पूरी पुलिस फोर्स निकाली हुई है हमको रोकने के लिए, तो वो पुलिस फोर्स कहाँ थी जब एक मंत्री के बेटे ने अपनी गाड़ी से किसानों को कुचला? वो कहाँ थी? इसका सवाल, इस सवाल का जवाब दें।
और प्रियंका, आप
क्यों नहीं किया है उस मंत्री ने?
जी। और प्रियंका, आपसे ये भी पूछना चाहेंगे कि क्या आप दोबारा कोशिश करेंगी वहां जाने के लिए?
बिल्कुल, अगर यहाँ से मुझे रिलीज करेंगे मैं सीधे वहां जाऊंगी। मेरा मकसद है कि मैं परिजनों से मिलूं और उससे संवेदना व्यक्त करूं, बस इतना सा मकसद है।
ठीक है।
और अगर ये सरकार ये समझ नहीं पा रही है और इस तरह का इनका व्यवहार है और इतना भौंकला रही है कि अपनी पूरी पुलिस फोर्स मुझे रोकने के लिए निकाल रही है, तो इसका क्या मतलब है? क्यों नहीं चाह रहे हैं कि मैं वहां जाऊं? क्या करने वाली हूं मैं वहां?
क्या एक वजह हो सकती है कि यूपी में चुनाव आने वाले हैं, इसको लेकर एक सेंसिटिविटी है, पॉलिटिकल सेंसिटिविटी?
कौन सी पॉलिटिकल सेंसिटिविटी? जब मैं हाथरस गई तो कौन सा चुनाव आ रहा था? जब मैं दारापुरी जी के घर पैदल गई तो कौन सा चुनाव आ रहा था? उनका व्यवहार क्या अलग था? वही व्यवहार था जो आज है। क्योंकि इस प्रदेश में अब कोई किसी के लिए आवाज नहीं उठा सकता।
जी।
सिर्फ सरकार की आवाज उठती है, भाजपा के कार्यकर्ताओं नेताओं की आवाज उठती है और जनता त्रस्त है, परेशान है, महंगाई से मार पड़ रही है, हर तरफ से मार पड़ी। कोरोना हुआ, कोरोना के संकट में सरकार ने उन पर आक्रमण किया, जनता पर आक्रमण किया। एक के बाद एक जनता एकदम पीड़ा में है, लेकिन जनता के लिए कोई आवाज उठा नहीं सकता। इस सरकार ने एक तानाशाही बना रखी है उत्तर प्रदेश में, और जिस लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन के ये अपने आप को मेडल्स दे रहे हैं, उनको ये लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन देखना चाहिए क्या है, आम आदमी से पूछना चाहिए कि कैसे जी रहा है।
ठीक है, तो चलिए देखते हैं, लेट्स सी हाउ इट ऑल पैन्स आउट। लेकिन बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, थैंक यू वेरी मच इंडीड प्रियंका गांधी वाड्रा फॉर स्पीकिंग टू अस।
थैंक यू।